Jane King, a close friend of Taylor Swift, has recently shared her gut-wrenching journey through the nightmare of a custody battle that ripped her world apart. In a heartfelt chat on the Wind Down with Jonna Kramer podcast, the 45-year-old actress, widely recognised for her work in White Chicks, spoke in plain terms about the fear she feels over losing time with her children. Just weeks after breaking her silence about the matter, King's raw confession comes on the heels of a painful separation when custody was lost for her sons, James, 11, and Leo, 9, with whom she once built memories alongside her ex-husband, Kyle Newman, 30, and Juman. During the conversation, she paused, letting the weight of her words sink in as she explained that nothing matters more to her than shielding her kids. My job as a mum is to look after my children, and that duty is everything. She confessed in a trembling voice that left no doubt about her determination, despite the terror swirling inside her. Reflecting back, King recalled the time when she tied the knot with Newman at 28, admitting with quiet sorrow that she was young and unaware of how harsh the world and its legal maze could be. She revealed, almost in disbelief, that she believed love and trust would naturally lead to a strong family bond, never expecting the system to betray that trust. Her podcast host, Jonna, who herself has faced a bitter custody fight with her ex, Mike Corzin, nodded in understanding as King's words resonated like a cautionary tale. Adding to the emotional storm, King claimed that Newman had twisted the truth about their relationship to convince the court to grant him full custody of the boys, leaving her to face the consequences. It's terrifying when freedom comes at such an extreme cost. And I'm not just talking dollars, she said, each word heavy with emotion. With a fierce resolve, she vowed, I'm heartbroken, but I will do all I can to change this unfair system. There should be no price tag on a mother's right to be free. To be free. Hussein, what could be more painful than sacrificing love for survival? Amid all this turmoil, King revealed another heartbreak. Last March, court orders barred her from spending time alone with her children until she completes a required drug and alcohol rehab program. On the podcast, she reminded listeners that such decisions were not made lightly, emphasizing that she had long left behind her struggles with substance abuse when she was only 17. Her almost resigned tone clashed with the storm of controversy as she explained that sobriety was something she never had to struggle with publicly. A close source had earlier told a major tabloid that the actress was utterly crushed by the loss of custody, a pain that has spilled over into both her personal life and her work, making every step even more treacherous. She's battling long-standing demons, and now this family crisis, a shaky career, and money troubles make everything worse, the insider confided, hinting at hidden depths of pain that few have seen. The source added that King keeps much of her hurt locked away, hinting at secrets too heavy to share. Not long ago, King also addressed the ugly war unfolding between her and her landlord. In January, her landlord, Sheila Irani, had filed a lawsuit claiming that King owed roughly $42,580 in back rent. The legal dispute spiraled, forcing the actress to leave her once beloved Hollywood Hills rental, a move that punctuated the high stakes of her personal drama. Speaking to a well-known magazine, King admitted the matter had been quietly settled, but she made no effort to hide her disappointment over her landlord's apparent hunger for attention in a crisis. The whole deal with my landlord got wrapped up behind closed doors, she said, with a bitter edge. It's sad, but not unexpected, to see someone try to cash in on another's pain. Focused on what she values most, her children, King was quick to remind everyone that her heart remains firmly with them. She even revealed that in 2015, she chose her dear friend Taylor Swift to stand as godmother for her son, Leo, a small beacon of light amid these stormy days. This powerful statement marks her first public comment since a judge decreed her visits with her sons must be supervised until she finishes her 6-month rehab stint. Court documents obtained by major outlets claim that King has not paid rent since January, despite renting the property for $10,145 a month since April 2023. Irani contended that the actress was locked out of the home for not paying rent on time and described King's continued presence as an unlawful holdover. In response, King's attorney argued that she had been working hard, taking on acting jobs to clear the debt, while facing setback after setback after setback. Among these, a recent evacuation from her home due to LA fires and the distraction of an ongoing custody battle with Newman have only added layers to her struggles. As her lawyer stated, King is now mired in active court cases regarding her children's custody, a fact that, according to her legal team, was fully known by Irani before any eviction moves were made. Ultimately, both parties have reached an agreement that requires King to vacate the property by March 22, 2025. Photos from last month show the final removal of her personal items, marking the end of an era at that address. Real estate records now reveal that new tenants have already moved in, paying $11,900 per month. A stark reminder of the rapid pace of change that leaves her having to downsize and search for a more affordable home. A source explained that her ongoing financial woes, worsened by failed film ventures and the draining court battles over custody and support, forced her to make this painful transition. This comes on the heels of King's previous sale of her Beverly Hills home for $2 million after her 2023 divorce from Chul. In a dramatic twist, a judge has now granted Newman sole physical custody of their two young boys while reserving final legal decision-making power for him, though both parents are still tied by paper custody. The ruling also mandates that all of King's visits remain supervised until her 6-month mandated program is complete, a move that has left fans and observers in stunned silence. When reached for comment, Newman's camp offered little beyond legal statements, but reports say that the list of supervisors includes King's own mother, her sister, her brother-in-law, and Newman's brother Kevin, ensuring that every encounter is watched closely. King's ongoing legal battles stretch back over 5 years as she and Newman have repeatedly taken their disputes to court. Most recently, she filed an emergency request to modify a prior agreement related to child and spousal support. Her attorneys argued that she simply cannot keep up with the mandated payments, pointing fingers at Newman for her supposed non-compliance with earlier court orders. Newman, in turn, argued fiercely that King had no right to undo any of the existing orders, insisting that her promises were broken long ago. Concurrently, King has submitted further paperwork pressing for urgent motions related to custody and visitation matters, and even a petition aimed at preventing domestic violence. In a pointed response, Newman's representative accused King of trying yet another manipulative move through the courts, a claim that only deepened the drama. The custody saga carries echoes of past crises, too. King recalled, with a tinge of bitterness, how, as far back as May 2020, Newman arranged an intervention for her after she disclosed personal struggles with substance use to friends and family. Legal documents later confirmed that she spent time in a treatment facility only to be sent home after proving her sobriety with a clean test. In a filing, Newman recounted how several friends had warned him that she had used drugs even during her pregnancies, with doctors cautioning him that their son, Leo, might be affected. He described a devastating revelation. A diagnosis of a heart defect in Leo that required urgent surgery right after birth, a moment that struck him like a bolt from the blue. Newman's court papers further allege disturbing incidents. He claimed that on more than one occasion, King drove under the influence with the boys in the car. According to his account, there were times when her intoxication was so severe that the children feared for her life, seeing her abandon them for long stretches to find relief in alcohol. In one shocking incident, he noted that she left Leo at a doctor's appointment with a nanny, only to be discovered later at a nearby store buying a bottle of liquor. Could there be any explanation for such reckless behavior? Every twist in this unfolding drama leaves us with more questions than answers, drawing a stark picture of a family caught in the crossfire of legal battles and personal demons. King's story is far from over, and as the courtroom battles and personal hardships intensify, one can only wait with bated breath to see what comes next.